Jai Shishi Guru Gauranga Gandhar Vikagiri Shishi Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju Ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja Śrīla Gurudeva Ki Jai Tadiya Shubha Tiruvav Titi Ki Jai Viraha Mahotsav Ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Trivikram Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Tadiya Shubhat Avirbhav Titi Vyas Puja Maha Mahotsav Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Shishimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Śrīla Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishta Śrīla Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Sorry, one second. Let me just start over a little bit so that I can focus better. Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnu Parashutarashata Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Śrīla Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishta Śrīla Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai Śrīla Baldev Vijibhushan Prabhu Ki Jai Śrīla Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Ki Jai Shri Narottam Srinivas Shamananta Prabhu Trai Ki Jai Śrīla Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad Ki Jai Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhattadasa Gunath Sharda Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai Namachai Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल ब्रज मंडल मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदत्त गिरिराज महाराज की जय श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जय श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय श्री भक्ति देवी की जय श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जय श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय जय श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय जय श्रील गुरुदेव की जय जय श्रील वामन गोसाई महाराज की जय 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 श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्रीनिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा Okay, I'm starting. Okay, let's do a short Jaidvani because it's appropriate. But yeah, we don't have much time to read today, unfortunately. Um, Let me just find the Mangalacharan here. Okay. Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimar Bhakti Vedanta Nārāyaṇiti Namine Shri Krishna Lila Kathane Sudaksham Audarya Madhurya Gunaishcha Yuktam Varam Varenyam Purusham Mahantam Nārayaṇaṃ tvam shirasa namami. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Keshava Bhinna Rupine Shri Shrimar Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Iti Namine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Acharya Singharupine Shri Shrimad Bhakti Pragyana Keshava Iti Namine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine. Namo Gaura Kishoraya Shakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Padam Bujayate Namaha. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namane Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Gauravirbhava Bhumestam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannatayate Namaha. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vrindayai Tulsi Devai Priyayai Keshavasya cha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Sattvatai Namo Namaha. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams, Nri Hari Prabhu, and Bhavatarani Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, and Shri Devi Didi, Nitai Mukeshji, and let's see on YouTube and Facebook. There's Vrinda Didi and Patita Pavani Didi. Somebody else, maybe Indira Mataji. I don't know who's there. Yeah, and also pranams to all the devotees watching in the future. Sorry, I'm starting late today. I was on time, but then I was having trouble with Zoom. I had to keep on closing it and opening it again. Finally, I got it to work, but that's why I'm starting. Yeah, we're starting a bit late today, and today's I have way too much to read right now. Um, I have to leave at I have to finish this program at 8 o'clock because we're starting another program just a little bit later. And so um, today won't be a very long reading. And right now, I don't have such a fixed plan of what we're going to read. I have way too many things open up. Probably have like 5 hours worth of things to read open right now. So we'll just have to, yeah, we'll just, well, this is just the first supplementary program. This isn't meant to be a complete program, and we will continue tomorrow as well. So, yeah, anyhow, let's just begin. I thought maybe because today is, well, it's the most auspicious Vyas Puja Mahotsav of Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, and I have two classes that Gurudev spoke on Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja. It came up to, I think, like 9,000 words. We usually read about 4,000 words in a program, so maybe we can just pick and choose some parts from that. But I also want to read about Śrīla Gurudev. Um, there's two amazing amazing is not the right word. I mean, it's an understatement. It's anyways, two very intense letters, like very heavy letters, but so beautiful. Letters that Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja wrote to my Śrīla Gurudev. So maybe we could read those as well. And anyhow, let's just begin and we'll see what happens. And as I said, we'll continue this program tomorrow. Okay, so where is it? But yeah, the way Śrīla Gurudev would glorify his godbrother, Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Gosvāmī Mahārāja, is just okay. Actually, maybe before this, just quickly, um, I just this is on my website, Find Up Devotion. I just took different things that Shivas translated um, for Raise of the Harmonist issues, and yeah, let's just read this first. This gives a nice, like, just shows the beginning of Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja's life. I titled it Shri Vinod Bihari Prabhu's Santosh. Then we'll read Gurudev's glorification, and then we'll read Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja's. And then maybe tomorrow we can just focus on offerings, like devotees' homages to Śrīla Gurudev. I think that might be nice. Okay, it's not letting me zoom in for some reason. Okay, there. Okay, so this is my writing. On Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja's Vyas Puja 12 days ago, a beautiful 100-page booklet was published in Hindi containing devotees' sweet remembrances of him. And so here's just a little excerpt from that booklet, I think. No, this is from a true servant, a true master. Okay, we'll read more from this, but um, this is my Śrīla Gurudev. That he spoke this in 1991 on 29 December. So Śrīla Gurudev said, Śrīla Prabhupada was in the Sarupanuga Guru Parampara, and he had many associates. In a very short time, they preached throughout the whole world the message that was practiced and preached by Sriman Mahaprabhu. Of them, my Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj was foremost. And he, Shri Srimad Bhaktivedānta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, is his foremost disciple. Some identify with their families, with their mothers and fathers, but his identity was as a disciple of Śrīla Prabhupada. His mother was a disciple of Śrīla Prabhupada. Her name was Srimati Bhagavati Devi. His father was a disciple of our Guru Maharaj. Almost everyone else in his family, his brothers, his father, and most of his uncles, was a disciple of Guru Maharaj. His mother, however, had taken shelter of Śrīla Prabhupada before any of them. She entrusted Pujapad Vāmana Maharaj into the care of our Guru Maharaj at a very young age. And at 9 years, he was 9 years old when he came to the mat. So this is him. This is probably before he was 9, or maybe when he was 9 years old, just before he left. I don't know. But yeah, see, that's Bhagavati Devi and his father. There's another picture. Okay, so Guru Maharaj was like his father, and Sri Narahari Prabhu, known as the mother of the Gaudiya Math, raised and nurtured him. Even if some of the boys wet their beds at night, Narahari Prabhu would clean it up. He'd make sure they all got to bed on time. He would wake them up in the morning and bring them to Mangal Arati. He fed them and taught them how to read and write. He took care of everyone very lovingly. That is why there were so many people in the mott back then. People will only be attracted to Guru if he gives them more love than they receive from their families and the rest of the world. Therefore, Guru has to be loving like this. Then he can attract everyone. Pujapad Vāmana Mahāraja's childhood name was Santosh. He was originally from the Khulna district, but he was raised here in the Gaudiya Math. Guru Maharaj enrolled him in the Bhaktivedānta Institute. Guru Maharaj taught him everything. He would give Santosh a lemon juice candy for every verse he memorized. So he would memorize up to 12 verses or more a day. He lived in the ashram at Sri Chaitanya Math and went to school there at the Bhaktivedānta Institute next to Yogapit. There were many other boys who went to school with him, but none of them remained brahmacharis or took sannyas. Most of them left. A few remained. Yeah, we know a few, like, Śrīla Bhakti Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja, Śrīla Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Gosvāmī Mahārāja, Śrīla Bhakti Kumud Santa Gosvāmī Mahārāja. So there are a few that remains brahmacharis, but most of them left. From childhood, Pujapad Vāmana Mahārāja had a profound love of learning, but he also served. He would set plates for everyone, set their asans, put salt and lemon on their plates, sweep and clean up after prasad, bring everyone drinking water for the day, and also cut and prepare the vegetables for cooking. This is one of the main services in a Vaishnav temple, cutting vegetables. He was so quick at cutting vegetables, you could not imagine. You would look away for a moment and chop, chop, chop. He would be done, and every piece would be the exact same size, none too big or small. And now this is from the introduction of Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja's Prabandhavali. So from childhood, Santosh was very calm, humble, loyal, and extremely bright. He had just graduated from the 5th grade when he came to know that some devotees from his village were going to participate in Sri Navadvip Dham Parikrama and Sri Gaur Jayanti. Feeling his eternal attraction to the holy Dham, he expressed his desire to go with them to Sri Mayapur. Since there already was a very spiritual atmosphere in the home, and on top of that, since they all adored Santosh, no one was going to forbid him from going. Moreover, the pilgrimage only lasted a few days. Santosh was therefore permitted to go to Sri Mayapur with his aunt, under the guidance of Sri Vishnupad Das Adhikari Bhakti Sindhu Prabhu, who served as an organizer for the pilgrims from their village. It was the year 1931, and the boy Santosh was all of 9 years old. 1931. And he was 9 years old, okay. It was during this time that his uncle, Sri Virendra, left his job as a surveyor at the government survey office and took up residence at the Math in Sri Mayapur. Santosh performed parikrama of all the 9 islands of Navadvip with his aunt and uncle, and continually heard Harikatha from Srila Saraswati Prabhupada and his disciples. He also came into the proximity of Sri Chaitanya Math's magnanimous temple resident, Srila Narahari Seva Vigraha Prabhu, popularly known as Ma, as mother, and the Math's estate manager. So he was popularly known as Ma, as mother, and the Math's estate manager, Sri Vinod Bihari Kriti Ratna Prabhu, and Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja became, Santosh, he became the object of their profuse loving blessings. That year, on Sri Gaur Purnima Day, Srila Saraswati Prabhupada inaugurated Sri Bhaktivedānta Institute, which had been founded on the initiative of Sri Vinod Bihari Brahmachari Prabhu. Seeing all this, the boy Santosh quietly made a vow to not return to his home. Feeling he had found his own true place and his real guardians, there was no question in his mind of returning to an ordinary worldly life. Pursuit of the ultimate goal of life was his eternal inclination. To follow the associates of Sri Gaur was his dharma. That was the conviction of this 9-year-old Santosh. At the end of the parikrama, when everyone was returning to their homes, the boy Santosh would not go. His aunt was thunderstruck. What to do? No matter how much she pleaded, how much she tried to reason with him, it was all in vain. He would not budge. Finally, his uncle Sri Virendra Prabhu took the boy's side and persuaded his sister to return home. Distressed at the news, his parents rushed to get him. However, the boy's resolve was as immovable as a mountain. Despite all their tears and anguish, nothing could sway him. Sri Virendra Prabhu consoled them. Santosh can stay here and go to school. A new secondary school has been started here, and he will be able to receive both spiritual and material education. You can come visit from time to time and see him. He will not have any inconvenience here. Once he finishes his studies, I will convince him to go home. With these assurances and those of Sri Narahari Prabhu and Sri Vinod Bihari Prabhu, Santosh's parents were persuaded to let him stay there. Thus, the boy Santosh began to reside at Sri Chaitanya Mat with great delight and no desire to return to his hometown. Nothing could make him falter in his resolve for even a moment. Not even missing his parents or his doting aunt. He did not seem to miss his friends or his toys or the pony he used to love to ride. He felt that Sri Gaurasundar's birthplace, Sri Mayapur, was his true home, and that Sri Bhaktivedānta Saraswati Prabhupada and his associates were his real family members. Sri Vinod Bihari Prabhu arranged for him to be enrolled in the Sri Bhaktivedānta Institute. There, his teachers quickly became very fond of him because his intellect was so sharp. He could memorize a textbook just by listening to it being read out loud. Everyone was amazed. He could listen to Srila Prabhupada's Harikatha and repeat it word for word. Srila Prabhupada himself would become delighted to hear this charming boy repeat his lectures verbatim. Santosh thus quickly endeared himself to Srila Prabhupada and his learned disciples. The boy Santosh had another special quality, however, which was his sincere inclination to serve. It was because of this quality in particular that he won all their hearts. Every day, early in the morning during Brahma Muhurta, before anyone was awake, he would wake up with Srila Narahari Prabhu and perform a variety of services, incognito, and in a very beautiful manner. These services ranged from cleaning the toilets, picking flowers from the garden, cutting and preparing vegetables, cleaning the sannyasis and brahmacharis' rooms, washing their clothes, hanging the clothes to dry, and later folding and delivering them to their owners, refilling the pots of drinking water in all the rooms, polishing the achman cups, and so on. There was not a sannyasi or brahmachari who lived in Sri Chaitanya Mat during that time that he did not serve. It was this wholehearted and remarkable propensity for service that Srila Prabhupada and the bearers of his divine message, his disciples, recognized as an indication of Santosh's eternal nature. It was this that made them count him as one of their own. Is it any surprise then that he got the name Sajan Sevak Brahmachari from Param Gurudev, right? Srila Prabhupada was very pleased to see the sincere service tendency of this little boy and the fact that he had memorized Gita and Vedanta Sutra in their entirety. When Srila Prabhupada was in Mayapur, Santosh would always be around him. He would wash Srila Prabhupada's clothes, massage his feet, pick fresh green chickpeas from the garden, shell them, and offer them to Srila Prabhupada. In August of 1936, Srila Prabhupada, being pleased with Sri Santosh, granted him Harinam Mahamantra. Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja would sometimes say, I was possibly the last person to receive Harinam from Srila Prabhupada. And now this is a memory from Sripad Bhaktivedānta Siddhanti Maharaj from Sri Devananda Gaudiya Math. So, and here's a picture of Narahari Seva Vigraha Prabhu, the mother of the Gaudiya Math. An example of how to conquer the heart of Guru and Vaishnavas is seen in the life of Śrīla Guru Maharaj, Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Every day at midnight, Narahari Seva Vigraha Prabhu would awaken the Sevak Santosh from his sleep. In Śrīla Guru Maharaja's words, I would quickly and gently say, this is in Śrīla Guru Maharaja's words, I would be quietly and gently shaken awake, and I'd understand that Narahari Prabhu had come. Immediately rising from bed, I'd put on a gamsha and follow behind him to the many toilets, one toilet after another. Narahari Prabhu would hold the torch, and I would take a broom and a bucket of water and clean each toilet. At that time, there was a latrine pit system. I used to empty the toilet pit filled from the previous day and throw all the stool to the designated place far away, cover it with dirt, and return. Then, after taking bath, I would rest a little. This was my daily service, and I would do it before all the Vaishnavas arose. The special type of Guru Seva performed by Srila Narottam Thakur was performed by our Guru Maharaj daily during the time he lived in Sri Chaitanya Math. And now here is a memory of Sripad Bhaktivedānta Tapasvi Maharaj, which is also published in Rays of the Harmonist online. You can find the links to the full articles on this page. I'll share this link with you when we're finished. Once I asked Guru Maharaj, Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, Guru Maharaj, we, your disciples, have two Param Gurudevs, don't we? He was surprised to hear this. Two Param Gurudevs, he exclaimed. Tell me, who? With some hesitation, I said, one is Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, your Diksha Guru, and the second is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, your Harinam Guru. I had a keen desire in my heart to also call Srila Prabhupada, Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, Param Gurudev, because it was from him that my Guru Maharaj had received Harinam. If I could call Srila Prabhupada Param Gurudev, it would be a matter of great pride. At least from the perspective of what took place, I could certainly call him that. But what if Guru Maharaj didn't permit us to do so? Then my doing so would be disastrous. That was my fear. I contemplated this in that manner and eventually raised this concern to Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj immediately understood my mood. In a peaceful manner, he replied, you all have only one Param Gurudev, not two. Simply because of one incident, you are thinking like that. But that alone is not sufficient. Srila Prabhupada cannot be your Param Gurudev because I cannot seat him on the asana of being my Guru Pad Padma. My Guru Pad Padma is Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, and his Guru Pad Padma is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. That is it. There is nothing more than that. Once I clearly expressed this very matter to my Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. Saying this, now this is Tapasvi Maharaj speaking again. He says, saying this, Guru Maharaj narrated an incident from his own life. So this is, It happened when our press, Goranga Printing Works, shifted from Kolkata to Sri Udharan Goriamat in Chunchura. One day I was working at a desk, absorbed in preparing an article for printing. Nearby, Guru Maharaj was resting on his easy chair. There was no one else present. Suddenly, I heard Guru Maharaj say, "Oh, Guru Bhai." Hearing this, I wondered, let me see which of Guru Maharaj's Guru Bhai, which one of his godbrothers he's calling for. I will call for him and then resume my work. Thinking like this, I asked Guru Maharaj, "Who has come, Gurudev? Who are you calling?" "No one is here," he said. "I am calling you." Surprised, I asked, "Am I your Guru Bhai?" "Why not?" he replied. "You have received Harinam from Prabhupada, so you are indeed Prabhupada's disciple." Hearing these words deeply pains me. I said, "It may be that I have received Harinam from Prabhupada, but I am not his disciple. You are the disciple of Prabhupada, and I am your disciple. I have never thought of myself as one sheltered by Prabhupada. You alone are my shelter, and I trust this much only. Now you are calling me Guru Bhai. Does that mean I am not does that mean I am not your sheltered one? I am not your ashrit? If so, I have become shelterless. I have seen in an article by Srila Bhaktivedānta Thakur that Mantra Diksha Guru is actually Sri Nam Guru. Therefore, you alone are my Nam Guru, and I am your disciple in every respect. You have called me your Guru Bhai. Do you now want to push me away from being under your shelter? O Gurudev, these words have greatly pained me. I put my head down on the table between my two arms and started weeping. At that time, Gurudev stood up from his easy chair and came over to me. Stroking my head with his hands, he said, "I was simply joking with you. You are indeed my disciple. All right, I will never again call you Guru Bhai. You are not the disciple of Prabhupada. You are indeed my disciple, my sheltered one. Don't be disheartened anymore." Then my Guru Maharaj, now Tapasi Maharaj is speaking again. Then my Guru Maharaj, Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, said to me, "I hope you understand why I have told you this incident. You all do not have two Param Gurudevs, only one, and he is Jagat Guru Śrīla Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj." In this way, Guru Maharaj declared his firm Siddhanta. Hearing this, I was astonished. What amazing Guru Nishta Guru Maharaj has. He never mentioned his receiving Harinam from Srila Prabhupada in an assembly or before any individual. Considering himself a disciple of Srila Prabhupada would have put him on the same level as Srila Keshav Goswami Maharaj, and he never maintained such an identity, such an abhiman. I think that Param Gurudev's joke with Guru Maharaj was actually not a joke, but a test. Param Gurudev wanted to see Guru Maharaj's inner steadfastness, his antar nishta. Guru Maharaj had received Harinam from Srila Prabhupada, and therefore he is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. Was it appropriate or not for Param Gurudev, for Srila Keshav Goswami Maharaj, to consider Srila Prabhupada's disciple his own, simply because he had given Guru Maharaj Diksha mantras? To test him, he playfully addressed Guru Maharaj as Guru Bhai. By this, he saw evidence of Guru Maharaj's inner steadfastness, and that his Sajan Sevak is 100% his disciple. Therefore, without a doubt, Guru Maharaj has one Gurudev, not two. Okay, so what time is it? Just need to check on the time. Okay. Oh my God, time's going by so fast. Okay, maybe we will go a bit over at 8 o'clock. Yeah, because anyhow. And Haribol Pujumna Prabhu Mantra Murti Mataji. Let me just see if there's anybody else. I just like to Oh, whoops. Okay, and Haribol Vidyalala Sadidi and Hari Priya Didi. And I see a bunch of other devotees. Hare Krishna. I don't see your names. That's why I'm not mentioning all of you. But I see there's 12 devotees there on YouTube and Facebook. So pranams. Haribol. Okay, so now let's just read some more glorifications from my Śrīla Gurudeva. We already read one about his early life. God, there's so much here. This is 2 days worth of reading of just glorifications from my Gurudev. And this isn't even all the glorifications that we published. There's more in Raise of the Harmonist. But yeah, my Gurudev would glorify his godbrother Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī with so much enthusiasm. Okay, I'm just going to read different parts. So this is my Śrīla Gurudev's glorification, I think in 1991. In 1940, some years after the disappearance of Śrīla Prabhupada, my Guru Parama established Śrī Gaudivedānta Samiti at Bospara Lane, Kolkata. Śrī Sajan Sevak Brahmachari was there at that time, as was Śrī Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Swami Mahārāja. And in 1943, when Guru Maharaj established Śrī Devananda Gaudiya Math and Śrī Navadip Dham, Śrī Sajan Sevak Brahmachari was with him there also. He performed all types of service for Guru Maharaj, including cooking for him. And when Guru Maharaj would leave to preach in the cities and in towns on either side of the Ganga, Śrī Sajan Sevak Brahmachari would accompany him as his prominent assistant and servant. Once, some Vaishnav guests arrived at the Samiti Center in Kolkata. Pujapad Vāmana Maharaj had a fever of 104 degrees, but there is no one else to cook for them. Guru Maharaj woke him up. What? You're sleeping? You have a fever? Get up quickly. Vāmana Maharaj Ji came and cooked with a fever of 104 degrees. Guru Maharaj told him, do everything you have to do here first, then rest. If some guests arrived here right now, would anyone who is ill with a high fever like this, 104 degrees, do this? No one would have been able to get on his feet in that condition. During our Guru Maharaj's time, Vāmana Maharaj Ji and I stayed with each other a lot. We and one or two others used to go preaching together with Guru Maharaj in Medinipur, Chobis Pargana, and so many other places. So we had time to get to know many things about each other. Pujapad Vāmana Maharaj told us how he got stuck in a flood in Mayapur. He had taken a boat out into the river when suddenly a strong current came and swept his boat and him away. It was a very precarious situation. Somehow or other, he caught hold of a tree and brought the boat over to it. But then he noticed that the tree was full of snakes. They had no place to go, so they sought refuge in a tree. There were snakes everywhere. It was very risky, especially since one could have fallen on him. Nevertheless, he said he just had to cling to the tree, chanting Bhagavan's names. And after a while, some people spotted him and rescued him. He used to wear wooden shoes. If he had to pick flowers from a tree, he would climb the tree wearing his wooden shoes. He could even climb bale trees in them. I used to wear wooden shoes too when I first came and would walk 4 or 5 miles in them. But he was more accustomed to it than I. He would go back and forth to Kolkata on those shoes. People nowadays cannot imagine how austerely we lived then. We would be engaged in service day and night, and all the responsibility for the mat was on Pujapad Vāmana Maharaj. Guru Maharaj would be out preaching. Vāmana Maharaj Ji would be put in charge of the press in Chunchura and started printing Śrī Gaudiya Patrika, that was Gaudivedānta Samiti's monthly magazine. On Guru Maharaj's order, he printed many books like Jaivadharma, Navadip Bhav Taranga, Gaudiya Giti Gucha, Navadip Shatakam, Navadip Dham Parikrama, and Śrī Chaitanya Charitamrita. As I mentioned, Pujapad Vāmana Maharaj came to the mat at a very young age during Śrīla Prabhupada's time in 1930. I came at the end of 1946, when Vamana Maharaj had already been serving Guru Maharaj for 16 years and hearing his teachings. Pujapad Vamana Maharaj is very senior. He is like Kakbushundi, and there's a footnote here, an immortal sage and devotee of Sri Ramachandra who accepted the form of a crow and witnesses Bhagavan's pastimes across infinite eons. I've been under the shade of his feet for the last 45 years. Everything I needed, he provided. He was the Bhandari, the storehouse manager then. He cared for me in every respect, supplying me with cloth and whatever else I needed. He always showed me much affection, and I came to regard him as my Shiksha Guru. Later in 1952, Pujapad Vamana Maharaj took sannyas along with Pujapad Trivikram Maharajji and me. At the time, all three of us expressed that we did not feel qualified to take sannyas. First, Vamana Maharaj was asked, or perhaps it was Trivikram Maharaj, as he was the eldest. Trivikram Maharaj was asked if he would take sannyas, and he said no. When asked why, his reply was, "Look how learned Srila Prabhupada was, and also his disciples. What a great scholar Nemi Maharaj is, how learned Shroti Maharaj is, and Guru Maharaj is. We see them all, what exalted learned scholars they are." When Vamana Maharaj was asked, he too said he would not accept. So when I was asked, I also said I would not take. Then Srila Narasingha Maharaj, Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Maharaj's uncle, who we read about just before, Virendra, his name was Virendra Prabhu before. So, Srila Bhakti Kushal Narsingha Maharaj, he came to me and asked, "You will not take sannyas?" "No," I said. "Why?" "Because I'm not qualified." "Are you going to decide whether or not you are qualified? Or is your Gurudev going to decide that?" he asked. "Is your not wanting to take sannyas for your own sake? Or will you take it to serve your Gurudev? What should happen? What your Gurudev wants or what you want? If it's what you want, then why didn't you stay in family life?" He was very persuasive. He got it in my head. So I said, "Fine, I'll take whatever happens. If Gurudev wants me to be naked, I'll be naked. If he gives me sannyas, then I will take sannyas. If he gives me red cloth, I will take that. Whatever he says, I will do. I will not do anything of my own accord." So then it was decided that just I, Gaur Narayan, would take sannyas. Guru Maharaj said, "Yes, it will just be him. No one else is ready to take." Later, as the sannyas preparations were being made, Pujapad Vamana Maharaj and Trivikram Maharaj also agreed that if Guru Maharaj wanted them to take sannyas, then they should also take. This is how the three of us were the first to take sannyas in Śrī Gurudeva Samiti. The kind of sannyas I'm seeing nowadays shows the standard has fallen. People who have no knowledge of Siddhanta and no comprehension of Bhagavatam are taking sannyas. The real qualification for sannyas is a willingness to serve Sri Guru, as exemplified by the service Pujapad Vamana Maharaj rendered from such an early age. His shy nature. Pujapad Vamana Maharaj is of a very shy disposition. He hardly speaks to anyone, and when he does, he speaks very little. Once I remember, we went preaching somewhere, and Guru Maharaj told Vamana Maharaj to give class. He was so anxious about how he was going to do so. Even though Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī was reading how he had, even at such a young age, he had the entire Bhagavad Gita memorized and Vedanta Sutra, and like he had, but when he was asked to give a class, he was so anxious. How is he going to do so? So he took a volume of Srimad Bhagavatam and started reading a verse. His pronunciation was very beautiful. He then read the translation and went on to read another verse, and that verse's translation. Somehow, like this, he got through the class. Just looking down at the book, reading the verse and then reading the translation, and then the next verse, next translation. Somehow like this, he got through the class. Guru Maharaj saw this shy nature of his and tried to change him gradually. Vaman Maharaj was then in charge of publishing Shri Gaudiya Patrika and did whatever was required to get it published. Then Guru Maharaj told him to go preaching, and the responsibility for publication work was given to someone else. Vaman Maharaj was very sad. He felt he was being sent away from the Math, from Chunchura. Although rather unhappy to go preaching, when he came back, he had changed completely. After that, he started giving lectures and explanations of Shastras that would go on for hours and hours. We can manage half an hour, three-quarters of an hour, maybe an hour, but he carries on explaining complex Tattva Siddhanta for hours, and in simple, understandable language, because he has such masterful command of the Bengali language and Gaudiya Siddhanta. Also, he has his own unique way of refuting misconceptions of others. He does not refute people in a way that is so apparent to them. In a very polite and humble language, he lays out every aspect of the issue, but people do not understand that he is refuting them. What time is it? Okay, we only have 10 minutes left. So, God, I really want to read more from this. It's just, but I have to move on. I want to read Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja's letters to Śrīla Gurudeva. And there's a book um, called A True Servant, A True Master. Um, I know Jayashree Didi, who is with us right now, she I also experienced this. The book is it's you can't explain it. You have to read it to really understand. But through all these letters that Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja wrote, it's a book, it's a big book, thick book, like I don't know, is it like 500 pages? I think something like that. Um, but in these the love that Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja had for these disciples. Most of the letters were actually just to simple village housewives, that nobody knew, just in the middle of a rural village, and he'd write these beautiful, beautiful. Like long is like it could be published in a magazine, like beautiful articles, just for one female disciple in a small remote village somewhere. And he would write it all by hand with his pen, not like he was dictating it and somebody was writing for him, but he would take the time, even though he was the acharya of Gaudivedānta Samiti and had so many disciples everywhere and, was such a big acharya. But he would take the time, write with his own hand, these long, beautiful letters. And really, you have to read the letters to understand, like, they so much new things that I'd never really thought about. Like they're so deep and so loving and so personal and so instructive. And yeah, I remember when we were working on that book, it had like a really big impact on my life, and it made me see Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja in a completely different way. And I don't know, it was like one of the most helpful things I did in my spiritual life for a long time, reading that book. And so I highly recommend everybody read that book, A True Servant, A True Master. Shamarani Mataji gave that title. And but there are two letters that we discovered after the book was published. These are two letters that Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja wrote to my Gurudev. And so they aren't in the first edition, but we included them in the later edition, the second edition. So I'm going to read those two letters now. Okay, where is it? I had it open. Here it is. Okay. So this is written in 1982 from Tangala, Darang, Assam. Shri Vaishnav Charane Dandavan Nati Purvikeyam. Pujapad Maharaj, Pujapad Nārayaṇa Maharaj. I hope that by the boundless mercy of our most worshipful Śrīla Gurupad Parma, you are well physically and in regard to the execution of your bhajan. Having completed the annual festival in Meghalaya Gaudiya Math, we concluded our preaching in Shukchar, Dubri, Vilasipad, Vasugaon, and other places, and reached the above-mentioned address on 2982 via the Arunachal Express. For the past 3 days, classes and kirtan have been held here. Yesterday, on 5th September 1982, in the evening, at 6 o'clock, kirtan started. After that, I gave class on Bhagavatam and came back. And then kirtan of Sri Ram Leela started. Here, usually the electricity rarely cuts. But during the kirtan today, it cut 3 or 4 times. There was a mic, but it was not working very well. So Shriman Sundarananda was a very young disciple who was Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja's personal sevak at that time. Just a young boy. But yeah, he'd do all the personal seva for Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja. So there was a mic, it was not working very well. So Shriman Sundarananda worked on affixing the plug to the top. He worked on affixing the plug top to the switchboard. Suddenly, a current shot through the switchboard and into his chest. Within 10 minutes of him receiving that shock, he fell unconscious. A doctor was brought just moments later, but all his efforts were fruitless. After carefully testing his vitals again and again, the doctor from the government hospital wrote up the death certificate. The OC, the officer in charge, came from the police station, wrote his report, left us a copy, and left. In this condition, we were uncertain about what to do. By the will of Sri Guru and Vaishnavas, the subsequent duties commenced. This tragic accident occurred around 8:30 p.m. at night, and at around 2 o'clock in the morning, the Mat sannyasis and brahmacharis, along with the Grihastha devotees, carried Sundarananda on their shoulders to the nearby cremation cot. After completing the cremation, they had returned to their residences by 6 in the morning, their eyes filled with tears. I sent you a telegram today, but I am not sure if you received it or not, so I'm writing you this letter. For me, and for all of us here, things are proceeding as if in a dream. In just 5 to 10 minutes, the unthinkable happened. All the sevaks, the brahmacharis and sannyasis are grief-stricken, overwhelmed by the weight of sadness. I am unable to determine whether I should cry or have a heart failure. With me are Vishnu Maharaj, Yati Maharaj, Govardhan, Sridham, Surupananda, Shamala Krishna, Ram Govinda, and others, 11 Vaishnava figures in total. How did a sevak leave our company forever in such a short time? I am failing to understand this. I sent you a telegram to beg for blessings for the welfare of Sriman Sundarananda's departed soul. It is my firm belief that by the auspicious wishes and blessings of exalted senior Vaishnavas, the living entity attains an exalted destination. If he committed any offense to your worshipful feet, knowingly or unknowingly, then surely you will forgive him, and will request other Vaishnavas to forgive his flaws and errors. This alone is my prayer. The natural, simple answer to why sevaks leave the Guru Griha, the home of the Guru, or the Sri Mat, is simple: misuse of their independence. If the fault for this is imposed on Mat management, it is an unlawful lapse of propriety. It is my belief that loving sweet dealings between the servant, the sevak, and the object of his service, the sevya, is to be adopted and learned by Mat residents. Is it possible to make a rule that no sevak may leave us for all eternity without any dialogue? If you know of some law or custom like this, then kindly be sure to tell me about it sometime. I cannot understand why Sundarananda was upset with me and left. Tomorrow we will return to Vasugam from Tang. See Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja. You can see also in the other letters that he wrote during this time. Like he wrote one letter to Umadidi about this whole incident and everything. You can see the love, the vatsalya that the Guru has for his disciple. Tomorrow we will return to Vasugam from Tangla. We are being forced to leave one person behind here forever. Now I am without an attendant sevak. If I have served Sri Hari, Guru and Vaishnavas with a pure and simple heart, then it may be that I will not have to suffer this sorrow of separation from this sevak. I myself am deprived of performing service. Therefore, I have been dealt due punishment. You all please have mercy on me, so that I may relinquish all earthly illusion and attachment, and attain priti, attain love for Sri Guru and Vaishnavas. May the service of Sri Hari become my life and the sole duty of my life. I am concluding this letter once again by offering Dandavat Pranam unto you. I hope to reach your feet in Sri Navadip Dham in the middle of Ashvin month via Matabanga and Shiliguri, along with the party. What more shall I write? Iti. Pranata Das Adham, a prostrated fallen servant, Śrīla Vāmana. And then here's a letter that Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja wrote just a few days later from Shiliguri in 15 September 1982. Shri Vaishnav Charane Dandavan Nati Purvikeyam. Pujapad Maharaj, Pujapad Nārāyaṇa Maharaj. In yesterday evening's mail, I received the kind letter you posted from the Kolkata Mutt on 9th September 1982. I returned here from Mat Banga around 11 a.m. yesterday. On the 8th, I arrived in Shiliguri from Bongaigaon, and having received 2 or 3 letters from Mat Banga, I went there the next day on the 9th. The locals in the Mat Banga donated another plot of land and made an ashram there. After the Mat Banga preaching center called Sri Gaudiya Sevashram was destroyed by flood. Gaurachandra was running that ashram in his personal name, which is why we have not accepted responsibility for that place till today. Now he has left that ashram, having sold most of its belongings, and has gone to Vrindavan. The gentle folk of that place repeatedly request Sri Vedanta Samiti to assume responsibility for the ashram. I told them that they'll have to cancel the previous deed documents that are in Gaurachandra's name, and only when they make a new deed that accords with the rules of our Vedanta Samiti can we take this matter into consideration. They have agreed to this and made progress in creating the new deed. In this matter, I consider your approval essential. My receiving the kind letter you wrote on what is it before October, September? Anyways, on 8/8/82 from Mathura, and addressed to Sri Meghalaya Gaudiya Mutt was timely. From that, I came to learn the news of Pujaniya Srila Bhakti Hridayaban Maharaja's disappearance, descriptions of his Samadhi ceremony, and the Virahotsav, the separation festival. In that letter, I also obtained a chart of your tour program. Upon receiving your present letter, dated 9 September 1982, I understand that you received neither the telegram nor the letter I sent from Tangla regarding Sriman Sundarananda's passing. I had sent them to the Navadvip address. Today, on Wednesday, 15 September 1982, on the 11th lunar day since Sriman Sundarananda's passing, the sannyasi and brahmachari sevaks of the Mutt organized Vaishnav Seva in honor of remembrance of him. Almost 250 devotees partook of prasad on this occasion. During the evening assembly, 5 or 6 sannyasis and brahmacharis gave talks on the glories of Vaishnavas. Nikunja Bihari Brahmachari read a special portion of your letter to the assembled audience. The Vaishnavas are numb with grief by the absence of Shriman Sundarananda, and their hearts are experiencing great pain. This much I have understood. Upon receiving news that such a Vishramba Ekanishta Sevak, an exclusively devoted intimate servant as yourself, is unwell, I am even more overcome with concern, alarm, and distress. Are you enacting such sickness again? Are you enacting such sickness again and again just to test our composure? Once, last year, you also enacted such an illness. I do not know what Shishi Guru Goranga, Shri Radha Binod Bihari Ji have written in our fortune. But I say, there is no way you are allowed to leave before I do. If Shri Guru and Goranga do not fulfill our heartfelt prayers, I will consider myself utterly bereft of good fortune. Please seek proper treatment. Take your medicine and a proper diet when you are supposed to, and rest. This is my special request to you. Wherever you can get a good treatment, whichever doctor can help you return to full health, I will arrange for your treatment in that place. I understand that Sri Banavari Lalji arranged for you to get good treatment from Dr. Sarengi, and for that, I extend my special thanks to him. The Singhaniya family are the kind people that give even their lives in the service of the Saraswat Gaudiya Vaishnavas. The service they render in such a heartfelt manner and the love and affection they have for Vaishnavas is incomparable. Shri Gaur Radha Vinod Bihari Ji have accepted them into their service in a very special way. Gradually, the sugar level in your urine and blood should become nil, should become normal. It is imperative that you follow the diet the doctor advises. At this time, your taking complete rest is what will really help this illness pass very quickly. It would be best for you to not move around too much and not strain your body at all. By delegating tasks to various sevaks and advising them, you will manage your duties with their help. I have come to know that we have received 980 bags of cement and 220 more bags are coming. I understand that you are going to Navadvip with Vijay Babu. I also learned that Pujapad Trivikram Maharaj, Acharya Maharaj, Krishna Kripa Prabhu, and others went to see you in Kolkata. From afar, I am trying to understand your suffering. Mukunda has gone to Kolkata, and I learned that in the case there, the judgment was favorable. I do not understand at all why Gopi Kanta left Puri and is suddenly going to Mathura. I read your letter to Achinta Gaura Prabhu and Tridandi Maharaj. Though Tridandi Maharaj is somewhat another opinion, Tridandi Maharaj is somewhat of another opinion, Achinta Prabhu has readied himself to go to you in Navadvip. He has resolved to stay in the Puri Mat as per your order and advice. He will arrive in Navadvip with us. We will travel with the party this upcoming date, 24/9/1982, via the NJP passenger train, and will arrive in Navadvip around daybreak. I will have to go to Kolkata for 1 or 2 days. At present, my party consists of Kanai, Govardhan, and Surupananda. Sannyasi Maharaj and Nikunja come and stay with me from time to time. They, too, may arrive with me in Navadvip. Please accept my countless Dandavat Pranati. When we meet in person, I will tell all and hear all. Iti, Pranata Das Adham, a prostrated fallen servant, Śrīla Vāmana. So that was just a little glimpse into the love that Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja had for our Śrīla Gurudeva. And there are many other, there are a few other letters that he wrote, beautiful letters, but I'm not going to read them now. But they are in also that book, A True Servant, A True Master. What is it? Yeah, True Servant, A True Master, towards the end. the letters that he wrote after Śrīla Gurudev went on his first preaching tours, and they're beautiful letters. He had like so much pride in the letters, and you know, pride for Śrīla Gurudev. Um, but okay, um, it's 8 o'clock. Oh, 8:10. Okay, I have to go soon for this program. I guess we should stop here. Um, oh, man, there's so much I really want to read right now, but I think, yeah, we need to stop. Maybe I should just read a short thing. This is every Gurudev's disappearance day. This is like a tradition every year. Just read this offering from Pran Kishore Prabhu. It's yeah, this one is one of my favorite offerings from, the disciples or followers of my Srila Gurudev. This is one of my favorite offerings. A humble Pushpanjali at the lotus feet. It's from which one? The Reza Harmonist number 25, Tirobhav edition. But I'm not going to read this now. But yeah, if anybody has time, I highly recommend reading this one. Um, I mean, they're all so nice, but that one. Let me just see 1 second. I'm just going to read a short one. This one's really nice. Gopanandini's offering. This one's beautiful. It's short, so short, so I can read it. It'll take just a couple minutes. So, two tears. First of all, I offer my heartfelt Dandavat Pranam unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master, Nitya Lila Pravishto Om Vishnupad Ashtotara Shatashishimad Bhaktivedānta Swami Mahārāja Prabhupada, and the same heartfelt Dandavat Pranam unto the lotus feet of my beloved Shiksha Guru, Nitya Lila Pravishto Om Vishnupad Ashtotara Shatashishimad Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Dear Śrīla Gurudev, please accept this small offering. I do not understand my fortune in having had your Sangha these past 15 years. How to repay my Prabhupada, I had asked. Your reply? Simply 2 tears. 2 tears? I asked, disbelieving, as a flood rolled down my face. Yes, you answered patiently. 2 tears are all it takes. No one invited me, you said. Hearts crying called me here. I didn't know anyone was listening, I thought. Is that the value of a tear? Often we would ask if you could give us bhakti, give this jewel. Yes, I can, you'd promptly answer. Oh, but first join the crying school. When in New York, you left me, and I did not know how I'd live. You said, each day, 2 tears you send me, and 2 tears I will give. Send 2 tears to me, you'd told, but now you must be calm. And I will send 2 tears back to you from Sri Vrindavan Dham. Such tireless compassion as this, the world has never known. Now you've left our earthly vision. Krishna's claimed you as his own. The festival is over. Our lives will never be the same. But I know that you're not gone at all. You're only 2 tears away. Yours, Gopanandini Dasi. Okay, so I'll end for today, and tomorrow we will read different glorifications. Also, if anybody else wants to, um, make a short offering, like yeah, then you can do so. So all right. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī, Jaya Gurudeva, Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Vāmana Gosvāmī, Jaya Gurudeva, Vāman Gosvāmī, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Trivikram Gosvāmī, Jaya Gurudeva, Trivikram Gosvāmī, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Bhakti Pragyan Śrīla Gosvāmī, Jaya Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosvāmī, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Swaparshara, Srila Prabhupada, Swaparshara, Srila Prabhupada, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Haribo, Nitai Gaur Haribo. All right, I'll just do short Jaidvani and then we'll end for today. And tomorrow, maybe we could read, there's some beautiful articles by Śrīla Gurudeva, like one must continuously hear Ras Leela. That one's very nice. And then many offerings from different devotees. And we can sing kirtans. Tomorrow there won't be, today there's a time limit because I have to go for this program, but tomorrow we won't have any big time limit. We'll keep it like maybe 2 hours or 2.5 hours. We could do, yeah, then we can cover more. But all right, I hope you all have a wonderful celebration today. And Jai Shishi Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shishi Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai Shri Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Ju Ki Jai Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtotarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja Śrīla Gurudeva Ki Jai Tadiya Shubha Tirobhav Titi Viraha Mahotsav Ki Jai Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtotarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Tadiya Shubha Avirbhav Titi Vyas Puja Mahotsav Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Shishimar Bhaktivedānta Trivikram Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtotarashata Shishimar Bhaktivedānta Swami Mahārāja Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Shishimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtotarashata Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Śrīla Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishta Śrīla Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai Jai Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopala Bhattadas Raghunath Shar Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Shri Surup Damodar Rai Ramanandati Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai Namachay Śrīla Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Kshetra Mandal Gora Mandala, Braja Mandala, Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Sarva Abhishta Pradata Giriraj Maharaj ki jai, Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kund ki jai, Shri Yamuna Devi Ganga Devi ki jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki jai, Shri Bhakti Devi ki jai, Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya ki jai, Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev ki jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. The festivals going on all over the world today, ki jai, and all the devotees participating in the festivals, ki jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams. Vancha kalpat, sorry, Vrindai Tulsi Devai, Priyai Keshavascha, Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi, Satyavatai Namo Namaha, Vancha kalpatarubhyashta, Kripa Sindhu Bhyayevacha, Patitanam Pavane Bhyo, Vaishnave Bhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat pranams, dear devotees, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Shri Devi Didi, Pradyumna Prabhu, Mantramurti Mataji, Jai Shri Didi, Indira Mataji, Nitai Mukesh ji, and let's see on YouTube and Facebook who is all there. I see there are 14 devotees, but I only see the names of those who wrote comments. So Pranams, Vrinda Didi, Patit Pavani Didi, Vidyalalasa Didi, Hari Priya Didi, Vrinda Didi, another Vrinda Didi, and Pramila Mataji, and all the devotees, all the other devotees watching right now, and also the devotees watching in the future. Dandavat Pranams. Yeah, see you all tomorrow for more glorifications. If anybody has a chance today, a nice thing to read is in Sri Prabandavali, the book Sri Prabandavali. Now it's called A Treasury of Holy Days. You can see, like today we read many memories, like loving memories from Śrīla Gurudeva or Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja. But in that article, or that the first chapter of that book, you can see how much deep, heartfelt regard and how Śrīla Gurudeva had for Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, how he saw him on such a high level as a Shiksha Guru. So that is a very beautiful thing to read. And there's so much. This is like one of the most exciting times to like so many things, so many beautiful glorifications, so many wonderful things to read. And so we'll go through a lot of that. Can't go through all of it, but we'll go through a lot of it tomorrow. All right. Hari bol, everybody. Dandavat pranams. Thank you for joining. See you tomorrow. Just quickly looking at the comments. Okay.